Good afternoon, you cunts, and welcome back to Steve Irwin. Alright, here we're doing a bit of tree identification today, and here where I'm going to be standing and sitting on is what's called the Pinus strobus. So here, let's get a quick little overarching view of the tree. Here we are inside the tree, of course, because to be a good fucking treeman, you gotta be a good fucking treeman and get inside the tree. So, the white pine, aka the Pinus strobus, right? It's native to New England, America, and upwards of Canada, right? Now, the pine tree family extends as far south as Florida and as far north as the Arctic Circle. All right, now this tree that I'm sitting in right now is a very fucking sturdy and hard tree. All right, now let's look at what distinguishes a white pine from, say, a red or a Jackson pine. All right, now here we come close, right? This might be a bit hard to see, but do you see this right here? How the bark, right? The bark is, well, it's blocky and it's very fissury, right? It's very rigid, right? Okay, now you see how, like right here, for example, I'm gonna use my knife to kind of point it out, but you see how there's deep ridges within the tree bark. Now that is going to be your main identifier for this sort of white pine amongst other pines. Why? Because other pines, they have very like fissury looking bark. It's not as cut as the white pine has. All right, now let's get on to another distinguishing factor of the white pine. So here behind me we have some leaves or some needles. All right, now we're just gonna pick a stack of needles, and there are 5 here. Now it's kind of hard to see because of the daylight we're in, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's our 5th. All right, so white, W-H-I-T-E, and there's 5 needles per stack, 5, 5. That's white. All right, so if you're anywhere out in the woods and you just see a pine tree with 5 needles per stack, it's gonna be a white pine tree, mate. I guarantee you. 98% of the time, they always fucking are. All right, now let's go into the leaves. All right, so these leaves behind me, just grab a fucking chunk. All right, now these leaves are jam-packed with vitamin C. All right, now it is good to boil these leaves and make them into some sort of tea or an elixir, mate, because then you can get the most for your vitamins. However, just eating them raw, it has a very pungent taste. Obviously, it tastes like pine, but it has a very pungent taste, and it tastes as if Christmas should smell, if that makes any sense. I severely recommend trying this beautiful leaf. However, there is more for us to indulge in on this tree. All right, so we bring you down here. You see this little bugger? So that's some bark. I don't really know if it showed, but I just took this off the tree. All right. All right. Now these bark, it's full of what we'll call a polyphenol. Right now, most people, they're commonly known as antioxidants. And now, excuse me, I got some pine needle in my throat there. She doesn't go down too easy. I'll tell you that. She gives a fight. But, okay, these polyphenols, or antioxidants, are fantastic for the body's immune system. However, I once again recommend you boil it. I sadly cannot do such because, well, the bloody buggers in the bioreserve have a strict no-fire policy. And, well, I'm not looking to get thrown out of school for starting a fire. So, instead, I just eat them raw. And then, finally, one peculiar fact about the white pine and the pine family in general is the sap that gets off, right? Now, this sap is phenomenal for anything. It's a multi-purpose sap. If you have a cut that's too deep to heal, it works almost as a stitch, right? If you need some sort of epoxy, you can boil it and turn it into an epoxy. Mate, the bloody pine tree is all around a sturdy, wonderful tree. Now, one little interesting fact here before I sign off, right? So you could tell, this might be hard to see, by the way. If it is, I'm terribly sorry. But, so here I am, right? And if you look out and follow this branch. You follow that it stays very horizontal. Same with this one, right, mate? Okay. And same with the one above us and below us. They all follow a horizontal path, and well, that's because the south side of the tree reaches out and grabs the sun. Now, mate, if you look up there, hopefully the camera just got sunned out. I can't really tell once again. Excuse me, fuck. Now, if you look at the north side of the tree, there's bloody nothing there, mate. And if there are trees there, they're growing up, right? So one interesting fact about the pine tree is that the south side of the tree, the branches, they grow horizontally, right? But the north side of the tree, the branches grow more vertically to outgrow the shade of the tree so they can maximize the amount of sunlight taken in. Well, boys, that was a quick blimey overview of the Pinus stravus, or the white pine. So until next time, Steve Irwin signing off. Good day, mates.